Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yeah, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The High Life, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
Delicious.
This particular episode of the Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Oh, yippee.
Okay, looks like the hairy guy is ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Do you think he has?
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. This episode, we're going to get a bit quizzy with Callum, but Callum's here right now, so before we do some quizzing, I might get him to say hello. Let's just run the theme music, and then when we come back, we'll be at Walton-on-Thames Station with Callum. Okay.
It's time for my old buddy, old pal from across the channel, across the pond, Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti.
He's not that shy. Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast. Yeah.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Good boy. He's not all that shy is right. Gee.
Blimey, Governor. It's the Shy Life podcast.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
He's positively glowing.
Hello listeners, we're back again. We're on Walton-on-Thames Station. We're not staying here for long. We're going to be dipping into some of the quizzes that Callum and I have been taking part in over the last few months. But as he's here, I thought I'd get him to say hello. Hello, Callum.
Hello, Paul.
We just had lunch in a pub, which, well, it's only about the second time I've been in a pub since early 2020. I think Callum's more used to it. Callum, are you more used to it?
I think I am more used to it. I am slightly older than you.
What about going into pubs?
Well, we've just been in one.
I know, but you've been in them more than I've been in them recently.
What are you trying to say?
You're an alcoholic. No, you're more braver. You're braving it. Haven't you been to
Yeah, well, someone's got to support the industry.
Haven't you been to, like, some beer festival or something?
Oh, yes, I have. I've been to the Guildford Beer Festival. That was about a month ago.
You went to
that
Windsor?
Was mainly outside.
Did you drink something funny in Windsor the other day?
It was hilarious. Yeah, that was different pubs. Mainly Windsor and Eton Brewery fair.
That sounds fair. Well, we're going to share with you now some quizzes. Callum, what do you make of all these quizzes we've been doing?
Oh, I've enjoyed nothing more.
Yeah. Well, we've done pretty well, relatively. I don't think we've ever totally bombed. Well, have a listen now to... there'll probably be 2 or 3 of them. We'll see. I'll see what's going on. And, yeah...
Hello listeners. Our first pop quiz is from the 11th October 2020. Enjoy!
Hello.
Hello. His voice is broken.
Yes. Yours hasn't.
You see me?
No.
You see me now?
See you now.
It didn't start up automatically. I don't know what that is. Video didn't start up. I'm all right. Yeah. Are you all right?
All right. Yeah. Listening to records.
Yeah.
Do you have any quiz questions for me?
Yes. Start off with the 1980s question. In 1988, Big Fun became the first British hit for which Detroit dance band? In 1988, Big Fun became the first British hit for which Detroit dance band?
Soul to Soul.
Inner City.
Is that the one that's
Good life. A different one.
Oh.
It's a good life. 1990s. Which band had a top 3 hit? Number 3 hit. I do need glasses. In 1996 with Trash.
Oh, Suede.
Correct. 21st Century. Which comic character duetted with Shaggy on the number 2 hit Me Julie in 2002?
Must be I think of his name now. Sacha Baron Cohen's character.
Yeah, Ali G.
Ali G. It's been a long time. He's been irrelevant for about 20 years.
Titles. Complete the title of Bryan Adams' hit from 1999. Cloud Number.
9?
Yeah, I've never heard of this hit. That's the right answer. Initials. Which 2008 song by Kings of Leon has the initials SOF? That's easy.
Sex on Fire.
Correct. Oldies. Let's Stay Together was a top 10 hit for Tina Turner in 1983. Who had an American number 1 with it in 1972?
I can sort of picture him, but it's not Roxy Music. Or is it Roxy Music?
No, it's not Roxy Music.
I know there's an...
It's not that one. It's not that.
No.
It's not that. Come on. Let's stay together. It's not that one.
No, I think I know. I know when you'll say it, but I can picture him, but I can't think of his name. Go on. What is it?
I'll time you out. It's Al Green.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Reverend
Al Green who did the moonlighting thing. That was Al Jarreau.
Yeah. Al from
You
Jarrow.
can call me Al.
Yeah, you can call me Al Jarreau. Number 1980s. Which dance group had hits in the late 1980s with We Call It Acid and It Is Time to Get Funky?
808 State.
No, it's D-Mob.
A bit of a muchness, though.
Yeah. 90s. Which rapper had his last top 10 British hit with Adam's Groove from the 1991 film The Addams Family?
MC Hammer.
Yes.
That's a good guess. Could be right.
Yeah. In 2004, Somebody Told Me became the first top 3 single for which American rock band? You do know this one. Somebody told me.
That's over the 1930s. Pearl Jam.
No, The Killers. Somebody told me if you heard.
I knew it, but I was thinking 1990s.
Yeah. Complete the title of Wet Wet Wet's number 1 hit from 1992. Good Night.
Oh, Girl.
Yeah. Initials. Which 2006 song by Sandy Tom has the initials IWIWA PR WF IMH?
What? No, I can't work that out. It's too
IWIWAPR, and there's an open bracket, WFIMH close bracket. I think this was number one. It was. I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. I think it was number one. I think.
Sort of vaguely recognised.
Oldies. With which group did Midge Ure have his first number one hit single?
Ultravox.
No, it was Slick. Well, that was a difficult card.
Well, I knew they was in another band, but I didn't know they did well enough to be at number one.
1980s again. Which married couple had a 1984 hit with Love Wars? It's one of your favourite groups. Love Wars. Love Wars.
Is it? Wham!
No, it's Womack and Womack.
I know, footsteps.
They did better in the 90s. Which duo had a hit with the 1994 comic relief single, Absolutely Fabulous?
Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah.
Or Pet Shop Boys. Not the Pet Shop
Boys. 21st century. How did Lily Allen pronounce the title of her 2006 hit LDN?
London.
Yeah. Titles. Complete the title of U2's number one hit from 2005. Sometimes You Can't.
Get what you want.
No. Sometimes you can make it on your own.
Lost track of their singles after around that time, probably.
Initials. Which 1994 song by Dupe has the initial D?
Dupe.
Yeah. And oldies. Which American group had the original hit in 1956 with The Great Pretender, later covered by Freddie Mercury?
Frankie Valli. I don't think I.
Oh, no, it's one of my dad's groups. The Platters.
Yeah, I don't think I could have remembered.
Yes. Any more?
One more.
This is 1980s, of course. Which British band had their debut American hit in 1984 with Run, Runaway, 13 years after their first British hit?
Slade.
Yes. Well done. I wouldn't have got that one. 1990s. Dream on Dreamer. Dream on Dreamer. In 1994 was the first top 20 hit for which British soul band?
Brand New Heavies.
Yes. Oh, you're doing well on this card. 21st century. British rapper Naomi McLean Daly had her first hit with It Takes More in 2002. What was her stage name?
Read that one again.
British rapper Naomi McLean Daly had her first hit with It Takes More in 2002. What was her stage name? You do know, well, you definitely know of this person. I don't think they're still making records or hits.
No, I can't think of anybody.
Is Ms. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Titles. Complete the title of Billy Ocean's 1988 hit, Get Out of My Dreams.
Get Into My Car.
That's it. Very naughty. Initials. Which 1996 song by Deep Blue Something has the initials BAT?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah. And the oldie one, which 1967 single was used on a jeans advert in 1992 and gave Irma Franklin her only British hit?
Another Little Piece of My Heart.
Yeah, take a little piece of my heart. Yeah.
again. Next up, Paul is going to tell us a little about an edition of Smash Hits magazine from the early 1980s.
Hello, listeners. This is just a little bit to go in an episode. Well, you remember how we talked about Look-In magazines from the 70s? Well, this time I'm going to talk to you about the contents of a Smash Hits magazine from the 27th of May to the 9th of June 1982. Now, for those of you who don't know what Smash Hits was, it was a magazine. It was far more about music. I think, well, to be honest, I never actually had Smash Hits. It's a magazine that I have heard a lot more about, sort of since the 80s. I was busy, well, I had Doctor Who magazine and I had Look-In for a while, and then I had Mad magazine, and, well, eventually I had my own money, and I sort of, Smash Hits, I guess, was made more for maybe a teenage audience. And when I started buying music magazines in the later 80s, it was things like Melody Maker and NME and Q and Select and sort of more adult music magazines. But the Smash Hits was more of a pin-up magazine with song lyrics. And anyway, I've been buying a few of them from eBay. And the one I'm going to look at today, the one I mentioned from the summer of 1982. Actually, this is just before my brother was born, about 2 or 3 weeks before. On the front cover, there's a really good picture of Toyah. Although, yeah, I want to think how many hits she actually had in 1982. I think I associate more of her hits with 1981. But there we go. So, Toyah on the front cover. It says also there is articles on Duran Duran, Echo and the Bunnymen, Madness, and it just says Adam. I presume it means Adamant. Also says there are hit songs by Associates, Altered Images. I don't know if that's song lyrics. I also don't know if any of this magazine sort of had a pull-out section, i.e. is there any of it missing? Possibly. So the picture on the back side of the front cover is of a song called Club Country by Associates, and there's lyrics as well. It's not a song I think I know, but now I think that a lot of the magazine, well, it's sort of a mixture of black and white and colour. So there's an advert for The Back of Love, a 12-inch edition, a limited edition single by Echo and the Bunnymen. Then we have an article about Toyah. Unsociable, arrogant, selfish, stubborn and jealous. That's the real Toyah, according to Toyah. Yeah, it's sort of a day in the life of Toyah. Sure, this is around the time she was recording Brave New World. Brave New World is the single that there is lyrics of on the next page. That's one of my favourites, Brave New World. New beginnings, new surroundings, new love, another world to dream of. New beginnings, new surroundings, new love, it's a brave new world. It's one of her best singles, but I have a feeling it only charted in the 30s. She did look incredible at this stage. I guess a lot of her hair must have been a wig. I don't know. There's a lot you could do with backcombing and hairspray in those days, though, so who knows. There's also an advert for Chas and Dave, Mustn't Grumble, latest album featuring Ain't No Pleasing You. I don't think Chas and Dave really appeals to the Smash Hits crowd, but who knows. There's some pictures of some footballers, although I don't think they're real footballers, because there's Suggs, Terry Hall from Funboy 3, and yeah, I think This must be some celebrity football match. Next we have lyrics for a UB40 song called Love Is All Is All Right. I've never heard of it. That Love Is All Is All. And then Mary Wilson, Baby It's True. And Mary Wilson did have a hit, but I don't think Baby It's True was one of them. There's also Altered Images, song lyrics, Pinky Blue. That's a song of theirs I know. I don't think it was a big hit. What else? I've got an advert for audio tapes from the HMV shop. Gosh, I used to spend a lot of money buying audio cassettes, blank ones, so you can make your own compilations. Particularly around the time that I was doing my paper round. And also, I used to record a lot. When the top 40 was played, I'd record my favourite tunes. Then there's an article about, I think it's a band called the Higsons, which I have no recall of whatsoever. Then, gosh, this page is busy. I don't know if this is a news page, a bit of everything page. Susie and the Banshees. Susie of Susie and the Banshees was having her 25th birthday on the 27th of May 1982. Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones was 41 on the 2nd of June. Nick Rhodes of Duran Duran was just 20 on the 8th of June. Lots of little squares of information. There's a picture of Bananarama. Not sure what they're up to, but too much to take in. Next page, there is Billy Mackenzie of the Associates, his top 10 favourite songs. One of them is To Sir With Love by Lulu. And number one song in Heaven by Sparks. There's charts, disco top 40, independent singles top 40, fan clubs. Join the Adamant fan club. Not sure if it's still at the same address. Favourite songs of the week: 20th Century Hero by Bucks Fizz, Rio by Duran Duran, personal fact file about Mary Wilson. She likes seafood. She sees food and she eats it. Gosh, that joke was old even in 1982, Mary. Never mind. Then we have a black and white advert for The Hunter, which was Blondie's last album before they split the first time. It's the album that had Island of Lost Souls on. I don't think it, well, I imagine it's their poorest selling albums. Well, I might be wrong. It didn't have many hits, but has some good tracks. Then there's some adverts for The Fix, Shuttered Room, an album, lyrics for the song Paper Late by Genesis, and Cantonese Boy by Japan. Singles reviewed. See if any of these. Crashing Down by the Nolans, House of Fun by Madness, Pinky Blue by Altered Images, Brave New World. Let's see what they think of that. What can I say? She seems such a nice girl when she's on the box or talking in these pages. You can't help but admire her energy and utter professionalism. But as soon as she sings, I get this awful feeling that she's somehow exaggerating. All her songs have to be about some grand matter and sung with talent competition gusto. Knock 'em in the aisles, sock 'em in the back row of the balcony, grab 'em and shake 'em. My first instinct is to duck. That said, this is relatively restrained, should get on fewer nerves than the likes of It's a Mystery. Not exactly a resounding recommendation from David Hepworth. Fireworks by Susie and the Banshees. Susie and Toy on the same page. If you listen to the Hysteria Continues podcast, that'll have some meaning. Then albums being reviewed: Kim Wilde, Select, I think that must be her second album, because it says it's an improvement on her first. I think her first album's pretty good, but there we go. Maybe I'm thinking of a compilation. The Hunter by Blondie, yeah, gets 5 out of 10. I'm not sure if this was one of those albums that came out after it was known that they were splitting, or whether they split after they released it. Avalon by Roxy Music, 8 out of 10. Squeeze, Sweets from a Stranger, 7 out of 10. I'm not quite sure what singles came off that one. 82. Turn the Page, a very minimal advert for Fireworks by Susie and the Banshees. It's like a question page. Can you tell us where Duran Duran get their slash-necked striped t-shirts from? I'm not sure if this is a sarcastic, silly letters page or a serious one. There's a crossword, which is kind of being half filled in. There's an interview and lyric page with Echo and the Bunnymen for their Back of Love single. And a pull-out Madness poster, which hasn't been pulled out. Very good. There's a lyric page for A Bomb in Wardour Street by The Jam. I think I'm right in saying The Jam split up at the end of 82. So that's one of their later singles. An advert for Goody Two Shoes by Adam Ant, which was the start of his solo career and was a number 1 in the UK. There's a word search which has been sort of given up on halfway through, and some adverts for other singles by bands I've never heard of. The Mood, and I'm not even sure. Roy White, Steve Torch, is that the name of the group? I don't know. There is a very small advert for the Associates Sulk, their new album. Pen Friends. This will give us an idea of the age of the readers of Smash Hits. It's quite diverse, actually. There's an 11-year-old looking for a pen pal, but they're 14, 15, 19, 21, 22. So yeah, quite a diverse. Lonely Male 21 into heavy metal, ELO and OMD seeks female pen pals. Then we have the lyrics of House of Fun by Madness, lyrics of A Little Piece by Nicole, which became a number 1 single. Again, dare I say, almost not Smash Hits territory, although Nicole was young. I guess it was just a bit of a middle-aged song. There's a page cut out here. Don't know what that's for. I think it's a page cut out. There's a competition to win 50 autographed albums of Duran Duran's Rio, which is one of my favourite albums of the 80s. Well, one of my favourite albums, full stop. On the next page there's an advert from Woolworths advertising both Rio and Sweets from a Stranger by Squeeze. Lyrics for a song by The Quick, who I've never heard of, The Rhythm of the Jungle, Faithless by Squitty Politti, and a quick chat with Adam Ant. Not a very long one. I've gone solo because it's a challenge, for God's sake, starting from scratch. So is Adam. Oh no, there's another page on the other side. A 3-page chat with Adam. There's a few more adverts. Letters page. Letters page is right at the back, which includes jokes, competition winners, dates, gig dates, things you can buy mail order type t-shirts, etc., posters, and then the lyrics of Blondie's Island of Lost Souls and Fireworks by Susie and the Banshees. We're back in colour because this is the back page, or sort of the back page. The penultimate page, there's a really good picture of Susie, which is a shame isn't a poster, to be honest. But there we go. And then on the very back page, there's a rather wonderful picture of Duran Duran wearing jumpsuits and quite a lot of eyeliner and some lipstick. It's a good look. So again, this is the sort of Rio era. That's it. From Smash Hits, 27th of May to 9th of June 1982. We'll do some more of these for another episode, or maybe later. Okay.
Our next clip is from a further chat between Paul and Callum, but this one comes from far more recently, the 11th of July 2021.
Hello. Oh, can you hear me?
We still believe.
Can you hear me, Amy?
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted to sing. We still believe. Keep it short, because I know you want to get the build up.
I'm an atheist.
Are you?
We had any noisy people. I suppose we're getting it worse.
Well, yeah, you're getting it worse, because not really. No.
People are going into... God knows how all these people will actually be still standing upright when it comes to... Because they're absolutely out their skulls. This was like at 10 o'clock in the morning. There's no way...
today?
Yeah, it's like there's no way that they're going to still be standing up by 8 o'clock.
Are they going up to these people going up to London on the train?
Going up to London on the train.
Yeah. Mm.
Are they showing it in like Trafalgar Square or something?
Well, I don't think they're doing it for the general people, because I know previously they've just been having it as a key worker fan zone, like all closed off, so not for the hoi polloi. I've not watched any of the games outside of the living room, so let's just get your music cards. We're getting to the tail end of it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think those quizzes. That quiz I bought from Paper Chase is particularly good. I must get some of those out for you.
Part 2 of that record store day is this weekend, Saturday coming up. I'll let you know what's on the list, just in case there's anything worth me trying to get in on Saturday.
I've been playing my singles that I bought from eBay.
I saw you bought a few. Mm-hmm.
The only one that was slightly damp, one of the Sheena Easton ones, had a bit of a sort of, didn't exactly skip. But
no, it sounds like that. That's how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
1980s. Under what stage name did Christopher Davison have hits, including a #1 single in 1986? You've definitely got some of his records. Christopher Davison. Mm-hmm.
Is he as a solo act?
Yeah. And the name is not that dissimilar to what Christopher...
Oh, Christopher.
Yeah. Christopher.
I was thinking Howard Jones or
Christopher.
He's a bit early.
In 1990, is that 3? I can't even read that. 1993, I think. Too Young to Die became the first top 10 single for which British jazz funk band?
Jamiroquai.
Yeah. 21st century. Which American hip hop band had their first British hit in 2000 with Ms. Jackson? Ms. Jackson.
I'm getting confused with Luscious Jackson, who weren't really a hip hop band. They were more a pop band who did was it can't even think who did the same people who did. I want to be your mother. I would do brother. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Not those people. Outcast.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the same people. There's your Hey Yard, isn't they?
That's what I was trying to sing. I could only remember bits of it.
Complete the title of Scouting for Girls Top 10 Hit from 2007. Elvis.
Elvis isn't dead or something.
Yeah, Elvis isn't dead, or Elvis ain't dead.
Feel like we parodied that one. Didn't all of their songs sound almost the same, or they were just they took some pop culture person and.
Which 1986 song by Europe has the initials Tango Foxtrot Charlie?
Final Countdown. It's the only song that anyone knows.
Final, yes.
Other than Europe fan.
Oldies. I Got You Babe was number 1 for UB40 and Chrissie Hynde in 1985. Who had the original hit version 20 years earlier?
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher. Correct. We did all that. Complete, I think. That was pretty good. 80s. Simple Minds had a hit with the theme from 1985 film The Breakfast Club. What was the song?
Don't You Forget About Me.
Correct.
Wasn't that other one? What she said, she said.
She said.
Which I only recently kind of.
All the things she said. All the things she said. 1990s. Which singer had hits like Play Dead, 1993, and Violently Happy, 1994?
Bjork,
yes, Björk. 21st Century. Love is a Losing Game in 2007 was the last single released during a lifetime of which British singer?
What year?
2007. Which singer famously died? Come on. There's a program about her coming up, actually. It keeps being trailered. Documentary. Statue of her in Camden Market.
It's not Cilla Black, and it's not.
It's not, no.
And it's not Amy Winehouse.
Yes, it is.
What, 2007?
2007.
That's not right. Amy Winehouse didn't die in 2007. It's 10 years this year since she died. Oh, a typo on that one. Because they've been going on about it. They've been going on about it being 10 years.
It was 10 years ago today.
It was around the time when I just arrived at the airport. And
I'm not disputing it.
Dominic said, but Toby was a bit of a Amy Winehouse fan, so he keeps mentioning it.
Complete the title of Adele's 2010 hit, Rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
It's like rolling, not rolling the river. It's
not rolling in Cowpat.
No, that's what listening to the song sounds like. Rolling the deep.
Yeah, rolling in the deep. Which 1995 song by Ladysmith Black Mambazo has the initials Sierra Lima, Sierra Charlie?
I don't think I know any of their songs.
You know that they didn't write the lyrics. It's Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. They've done it for the Rugby World Cup. And oldies. In 1986, Kim Wilde had a hit with You Keep Me Hanging On. Who had the original hit 20 years earlier?
The Supremes.
Supreme Preems. Yeah. This last one here. 1980s. Which song written by Meatloaf's collaborator Jim Steinman, he's dead, went to number 1 for Bonnie Tyler in 1983.
Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Correct. Under what names did Ant and Dec have their first hits?
PJ and Dunk.
PJ and Dunk. In 2003, Erasure reached the top 10 with a cover of which 1977 Peter Gabriel hit?
Salisbury Hill.
I don't remember that. Do I remember that? Should I remember that? I know the original. I can't remember.
Yeah, no. It depends whether it was on Top of the Pops or not. It wasn't like a massive. It might have been one that did better than some of the things that they'd done. They do have the odd, surprising big hit in the noughties that you forget.
Complete the title of Jessie J's debut hit from 2010. Do It Like.
Not Jagger. Do It Like that.
No, Do It Like a Dude. Do It Like a Dude. Which 1993 number one hit by Shaggy has the initials Oscar Charlie?
Of Carolina.
That's it. And oldies, which 1961 record by Benny King reached number one when reissued in 1987?
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me, yes. Correct. Very good. Have you seen any of this? I ask this every time. The thing that Guy Garvey does on Sky Arts.
No, Sky Books isn't working that well.
I mean, I've not seen it either, but I might, now the football's finishing, because I think it's on a Friday about 8 o'clock, but it's just the archives from like ITV music. And they're doing it in sort of about 83, 84, I think we're doing.
Then Razzmatazz.
So it's not the usual stuff that you might, if you always see the old Top of the Pops, for instance. I think it's different. But as I've mentioned, it's a bit. I don't really understand how our Sky thing works, because Sky Arts is like a free channel. So I think I watch it live. If I try and watch it on catch up, that seems to be something you have to pay extra for. It's like you can watch BBC One, BBC Two, 3 and 4, but Channel 5 is the same. It says you have to change your subscription. You actually want to watch it on catch up. I think on Channel 5.
That's weird, because Channel 5 is free.
I know.
Free to watch it.
Yeah.
On catch up on.
I have a player. I watch it on the iPad, but it's a bit weird. I can't be bothered to, inquire as to why.
Next up, Paul is back to discuss an earlier issue of Smash Hits from way back in 1979.
Hello, me again. Now, we're going to be talking about another Smash Hits edition now. Last time we spoke, We're talking about a 1982 edition, and this is even earlier. In fact, it's about 3 years earlier. Now, I believe Smash Hits began in 1978, but this is from July, between the 12th and 25th of July, 1979. Came out every fortnight at this stage. I think at the very start it was maybe monthly, but it's fortnightly at this stage. I bought this one partly because it has a quite good picture of Susie and the Banshees on the front cover. Or Susie, from Susie and the Banshees, I should say. So we've got words to top singles, including Good Times, Angel Eyes. Presumably that's the ABBA Angel Eyes, we'll see. If I Had You. This article is about Tube Weight Army. Gary Newman's band. The Ruts. Ian Jury. So the logo is a bit different at this stage. 25p in 1979. How much was it? It was 38p in 1982. So it's only gone up 13p in 3 years, but still, that was a lot. That was a different. Money was worth a lot more back then. We've also got the lyrics to "Can't Stand Losing You" by The Police. So let's turn over to the first proper page. Oh yes, this is the lyrics to "Can't Stand Losing You." I quite like The Police now. I didn't like The Police that much at the time. Message in a Bottle, Walking on the Moon. I remember being quite disgruntled by them at the time. But then I was very young. I really didn't like Do You Really Want to Hurt Me by Culture Club either. I thought it was soppy. So we've got Chucky's in Love by Ricky Lee Jones. Don't know that song at all. That's good. We have a double bill. Voulez-Vous and Angel Eyes lyrics. Look into his angel eyes, one look and you're hypnotised. He'll take your heart and you must pay the price. My third favourite ABBA song. Well, my third favourite ABBA single anyway. I think it's underappreciated. So what have we got on the next page? We've got the lyrics to Stranglehold by the UK Subs and No Class by Motorhead. This column's called Bits. I think it's news. Information about new singles by Darts, Duke of Earl. It's a cover of the 1962 song. Ooh, there's a bit about the B-52s. The hairstyles here are what used to be known as bouffants, and this must be very early. Their debut album. It doesn't say much about them. Nina Hagen, a little article about Nina Hagen. Does it matter? Can this woman sing? Nina Hagen has quite a cult following. Oh, the Cramps as well. Next page, we've got a competition about the Who, Status Quo. It's a little bit old school here. All-time top 10 by Richard Jobson. I forget which band he was in. Was it The Damned? I might be wrong. Best not to expose my ignorance. He later became a TV presenter. He likes the Sex Pistols. David Bowie, Heroes, which of course was quite a new song at the time. A lot of David Bowie. Next page, Balancing the Scales. An article about Susie and the Banshees. And this is relatively early Susie with the lyrics of Playground Twist. Not a single that I'm that familiar with, but obviously I know of it. On the next page there's more lyrics. We've got Breakfast in America by Supertramp, If I Had You by the Corgis, which is one of my favourites, and Deeper Than the Night by Olivia Newton-John. That's not a single that I know very well at all. Of course, 1979 was the year of the mod, in a way. Well, the second coming of the mod. And there were films like Quadrophenia. There's an article here, Midsummer Madness. So. Then we have a pull-out poster of Ian Dury and the Blockheads. Yeah, quite tempting. You might want it on your wall. Next page, Generation X, Friday's Angels. Don't know. No, I think Generation X was the band that Billy Idol came from, but again, I may be wrong. There's you've got a chance to win this great radio cassette recorder, and I think there's a competition involving Tubeway Army. You can get one of 25 copies of the album replicas. There's a completed crossword and more posters you can buy. An article about the Ruts and 2 word searches that have not been completed, and the lyrics of Boomtown Rat single Looking After Number 1, which came out in 1977. It does say request spot, so it may be that it's a slightly old single that people have been asking for the lyrics of. And here it is. Single reviews. What have we got here? James Brown, It's Too Funky. 11 out of 10. They like this. B.A. Robertson, Bang Bang. Queen, Love of My Life, from the new live album. Pretenders, Kid. They're not that keen on this one. They prefer Stop Your Sobbing. Albums, we have Nick Lowe, The Cars, Dave Edmunds, Queen. Nothing massively famous. There's a picture of Kermit and Miss Piggy. Got the lyrics to Good Times by Chic, the Top 40. I'm not sure, I think this might be independent records, I don't think this is the actual chart. The lyrics to The Golden Lady by the 3 Degrees. Answers to previous puzzles and forthcoming gigs. And the lyrics to... I think I've missed a page. I missed 2 pages. Oh, just fan clubs. And Star Sign. Oh, we might do that in a second. Letters. So what was my star sign? I'm a Scorpio. Travel stars are strong and favourable. Get on the move for fun and for luck. Widen out your horizons and your circle of friends, and one thing will lead to another. Well, I was only about 5 at the time, so... the lyric page on the back cover is Married Men by Bonnie Tyler. Not a song I know. And then the very final page is limited edition screen prints, posters. So, yeah, I mean, you can definitely see it didn't change a great deal between 79 and 1982, but plenty on offer. 32 pages, 25p. Will you spend your pocket money wisely? Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm sure we'll look at some more editions soon.
Before we go, we have a little more chat between Paul and Callum, continuing on from our July 2021 quiz.
If you want a quick quiz. No, I'm not going to do football because I won't be able to help you. Try film.
Oh, I'm an expert on film.
What is the name of Captain Jack Aubrey's ship in the 2003 film Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World?
I don't know, but we did go and see it.
Did we?
Yeah, that was Russell Crowe, wasn't it?
Don't know what it's called, probably. The Poseidon. Question 2. Which two actors play the firefighting McCaffrey brothers in the 1991 film Backdraft? That's the Beatles. No. I thought
it was Brad Pitt in that. I can't remember. I definitely didn't see it. I know Ron Howard was the director, wasn't he?
Is it about firefighters?
Or Val Kilmer? Was he one that? Yeah.
I'm thinking of Backbeat or something, which is the Beatles.
Backbeat, The Word Is on Street.
Question 3. Cork Tip, Zigzag, and Captain Bagshaw are all characters in which Carry On film?
Sounds like Carrying Up the Khyber.
Question 4. Penguins called Skipper, Bryce, and Private appear in which animated movie? Ice Age, Wall-E,
Ice Age.
Happy Feet, or Madagascar? Well, Happy Feet.
It's Happy Feet Penguins as well, is it?
I think if it's just about penguins, we should say Happy Feet. Question 5. In what year did Disney release Cinderella? 1970, 1950, 1960, or 1940?
Oh, I'd say 40. Those films were coming out then, weren't they? Those cartoony ones.
Question 6. What is the first name of Mr. Darcy in the 2001 film Bridget Jones's Diary? It's something like John or... I don't remember. I've seen it, but I'm not going to remember. Question 7. Tangled was released in which year? 2010.
Tangled?
2010, 2005, 1995, or 2000. I can't even remember. I think that's a cartoon one as well. Let's say 2010. Doesn't feel like... I can't remember what it's about or anything. What do you think?
I'll say 2010, but I've never heard of it.
Question 8. Alec Guinness played Lieutenant Colonel Nicholson in which 1957 World War II film? The Guns of Navarone or something. Is that about World War II?
I thought it might be.
Dam Busters.
Go for the first one then.
Question 9. Who played Larry Jones, Laura Lorraine? Who played Laurie Jones, Laura Lorraine in the 1944 musical film Pin-Up Girl? Never heard of Pin-Up Girl. Dina Durbin.
I thought Jane Russell was a...
Jane Russell. Question 10. Who played Brad Pitt's wife, Teresa Mills, in the film Seven? Wasn't that, what's his name from Coldplay's wife? What's her name?
Apple.
Perfume made of my scent.
Kim Basinger. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Don't like it. We did see that. Question 12. What colour is Ariel's fin in The Little Mermaid? White, blue, red, or green? I don't know. You might have seen it. Blue. Green. Question 13. In which decade did Disney release Bambi? 1950s, 1940s, 1970s, 1960s? Well, that's either 40s or 50s.
Yeah. 40s. I think some of these came out actually during the war.
Question 14. I should know this, but I don't think I do. What is the surname of Carrie in Stephen King's novel Carrie? I don't think.
I don't know that one.
No. Smith. Question 15. Who played Bill Sykes in the 1968 film Oliver?
Ollie Reed.
16. Who plays the role of James Clubber Lang in the 1982 film Rocky 3? Don't think I've ever seen a Rocky film.
I don't recognise that character. It was what, Apollo Creed, wasn't it? It was
not the one that is not that one with Mr. T.
Not the one with the Russian in. It might be Mr. T then, because he was in the third one.
Mr. T, the name of the actor. Yes, it's B.A. Baracus.
Yes, yeah.
I can never. Question 17. What was the title of British actor Oliver Reed's last film? Wasn't that?
Wasn't it Gladiator?
Gladiator. 18. Who are the only two characters portrayed by the same actors in all 6 Star Wars films? Is it? I don't know that the man who plays like
C-3PO and all that.
I don't know if he's in all of that. I don't know if that character's in every single one of those Star Wars films.
Carrie Fisher, because I know they superimposed that, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's probably beyond the 6. They took that's.
All right,
I don't know where this question's even come from, because there's about 9 now. Because there was the original 3, then there were the 3 that came out in the 90s. So I guess actually, or it could be the Wookiee guy. Some of these people have died more recently, but I don't know. The Wookiee was in all of them. About the person who played, I don't know.
Harrison Ford.
But the same actors. Just a minute. Who are the only 2 characters portrayed by the same actor? Well, I'd say characters. I'd say CP3O. Is that right?
Oh, so you don't have like a younger version or an older version, basically what you're saying.
By the same actors, and also R2D2. I think maybe those.
Yeah, because like Ewan McGregor plays Alec Guinness, doesn't he? Yeah.
C-3PO. That's right. Question 19. Which singer plays Chicago police officer Sharon Pogue in the 2001 film Angel Eyes? Don't know. I was going to say.
No.
Who went out? Who's the actress who was associated with Ben Affleck?
Reese Witherspoon?
No, I was thinking of the one who had her own blood round her neck. Had a. I don't think it's her. I just know that she did do thrillers because the Bone Collector. But I don't. Question 20. Which US state is the setting for the 1971 film The Last Picture Show? Which I've never seen, so I think have to be a guess.
Texas, I thought.
Texas.
But it could be wrong.
She was also a singer, I'm thinking of, with Ben Affleck, who did my favourite song, Play, Gotta Make That Song, Play It All Night Long.
J-Lo.
Yeah. She was in some thrillers because she was an actress as much as a singer when she started. Sort of. I think, and I remember them saying that the singing sort of distracted from the acting. Okay, question 1. That boat, the ship in Master and Commander, is called the HMS Surprise.
Surprise.
The 2 actors playing the firefighting McCaffrey brothers were Kurt Russell and William Baldwin.
Got them wrong.
You also lose your carry-on badge.
Oh dear.
Because Cork Tip, Zigzag, and Captain Bagshaw
on the jungle.
No, Follow That Camel.
Oh God.
Debatable whether that's
Phil Silvers.
Well, isn't that one and Don't Lose Your Head? It's kind of debatable. It's almost debatable that they're ever carry-on films. Or they had carry-on stuck on them after they later on in production or something. Question 4. Penguins. Oh, can't believe this. Neither of us got this one right. The penguins. Penguins called Skipper, Rise and Private. They don't appear in Ice Age or Happy Feet, but in Madagascar.
Happy Teat.
What? Oh, this is horrible. In what year did Disney release Cinderella? 1940, 1950, 1960. It was 1950.
Okay.
It was almost the 40s.
Yeah, near the 40s.
What is the first name of Mr. Darcy? It was Mark. I said John, but that's only a guess. So, Tangled was released in 2010. That wasn't a bad.
I think we got that. I think we said
got that one. Yeah, even not bad. As soon as I can't even remember what the film's about or anything about it. Question 8. Alec Guinness played Lieutenant Colonel Nicholson in
Bridge on the River Kwai.
Yes.
That only just come to me now.
So I should see him looking sweaty. Question 9. Who played Laurie Jones? It was Betty Grable. I said Dina Durbin. Question 10. Who played Hitman? Oh, we didn't even do this one. I skipped this one. See if you get this one right. I skipped the question 10. This is a real cock-up, listeners. Question 10 was, who played Hitman Martin Q. Blank in the 1997 film Grosse Pointe Blank?
Oh, it was John Cusack.
Right. You're right to get that one. I might have got that. I think I have seen. Who played Brad Pitt's wife in Seven? It was Gwyneth Paltrow. Got that right.
Yes.
The colour of Ariel's fin is green. You said that. In which decade was Bambi released? It was the 1940s. It was Carrie White in Carrie, which kind of rings a bell now I hear it. Bill Sykes was played by Oliver Reed. James Clubber Lang was played by Mr. T. All I know is that he is in a Rocky film. I don't even it was Gladiator, Oliver Reed's last film. The only two characters in those first 6 Star Wars films was C-3PO and R2-D2. Oh, wow. We're good. We've gone through awful to being quite good at this end of the quiz. I didn't even take this in. Which singer plays Chicago police officer Sharon Poe? I didn't even take in the and it was Jennifer Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did sort of put that as our answer. I just couldn't remember what her name was until we did work out what her name was. I would have gone for that even more if I'd have noticed singer, because I don't know any singers, women singers who are actors in 2001. Question 20. Which state is the setting for The Last Picture Show? It was Texas. So I just need to count these up because
Texas.
So question 1, no. Question 2, no. Question 3, no. Question 4, no. Question 5, no. Question 6, no. Question 7, yes. Question 8, no. Question 9, no. Question 10, despite me not reading it at the time. John Cusack, yes. With Paltrow, yes. Green Finn, yes. Bambi, yes. Oliver Reed, yes. Mr. T, yes. C-3PO, yes. Jennifer Lopez, yes. And Texas, yes. Just scraped in at a 10 out of 10. Sorry, 10 out of 20, not 10 out of 10. Oh dear, I need to lie down.
Easy.
So we managed half marks. That was entirely due to the second half of that quiz.
Well, listeners, that's all we've got time for. I hope you've enjoyed all of our quizzes. We were being very quizzy. We're still on Walton-on-Thames Station. Don't worry, we haven't been here as long as you've been listening to the episode. The trains are due any minute now, but we want to say goodbye to Callum. Wait for us. Well, Callum, say goodbye to the listeners.
Goodbye, everybody.
You see? He really said it. Okay, right. Well, we'll be back again soon. You take care, and hopefully we'll go to another pub soon as well. I'm being attacked by a wasp. Better go. Bye.
For our additional material we have further chat with Paul and Callum once again from their October 2020 conversation.
Well, I was just talking about recasting in soap operas. I mean, I'm only 30-something years late, but I've just got up to season 7 of Dynasty. And at the end of season 6, Amanda Carrington was in a big fight and was fighting with Sammy Joe in a swimming pool, and there was a fire going on. And when she was pulled from the swimming pool, her face had melted into a new actress's face, who was apologies to the actress, but she wasn't quite up there in glamorous looks as the first one. I don't think she'll. I think they only in it for so they can finish her plot. I think the original actress wanted to be paid more, and they said no, sorry, and then they got some. They could have just. Why they bothered, really. They could have just had her die in the swimming pool and not have to recast her. Yes, somebody else died in the fire. Although the last time somebody who'd been in it from right in the start, the last thing you saw was her going, oh, she started the fire by mistake. See her getting all crispy or anything. There was a fight on Dynasty because I'm on the stage where Christopher Casanova is in it.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Carrington. And there's a fight between Dex and Ben Carrington. Or was it Colby? I can't remember. It is a Carrington. And it's quite clearly stuntmen because the fighting they're doing is like, suddenly it goes to like really crazy sort of fighting that two men would normally achieve. Unless they were on speed or something. They're like really leaping, back flipping. And these are the moments that I watch. I've now decided to commit myself to at least giving the early seasons of Dallas a go. I found on Amazon that you could. Well, I'm going to buy the first few seasons, or the first few seasons digitally. If I decide I really like it, then I might buy the box set. But there was a sale on the digital download. It was like £8 for a whole season with like 29 episodes. So I thought I'll buy a couple of those. Because the whole Who Shot JR thing comes quite relatively early. I think it comes at the end of season. So the first season's only like 6 episodes, and then I think the actual shooting might come at the end of the second season. So it's quite early on in the day. I think the shower season probably comes more midway or later.
Yeah. That's obviously not later.
But there were 14 seasons. Of course, the difference between that is when it came back, it was a continuation, whereas there is Dynasty on at the moment, but I think it's just back to I don't know if it's remaking anything, but it's back. It's sort of starting again. I think just updating.
Was Knots Landing was that related to Dallas?
One of them was Falcon's Crest. One of those was linked to Dallas. But I think they were daytime soaps.
Yeah.
Rather than evening soaps.
It's goodbye from me, listener. I love you all very much. Kiss, 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 exclamation.
I gotta go now! Bye!
I want to go with you!
Gotta go! Bye!
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Hi, Big Fatty. It's me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm all right.
Oh, good. I hear the crickets.
I'm playing nursemaid to Ick today.
Oh, are you?
I don't know if you heard the news, but Ick is pregnant.
Oh!
Paul, what are you doing?
Oh!
Have you got me that toast yet?
Oh!
Sorry, Ick, because I'm just making the toast.
Are you nursing him with your bosom? Bosom?
I won't. I'm just talking to Big Fatty.
Draw him close to your bosom.
Yes, Big Fatty, poor old Ick.
No.
Not only is he pregnant.
Poor Nick.
We don't quite know how it works with aliens.
No.
But
we
it's
know
very
how
hot
it
at the moment,
works.
so he's laid up in bed. Waving his tentacles about. I said tentacles. And we're sort of all running around.
Okay.
Bringing him teas and coffees and cold drinks, cold drinks. And
I'm having tea
toast
now.
and biscuits and
the throat.
Yeah.
Paul, is the toast ready yet?
Do what?
No, Ig, it's not. Just another minute or so.
Oh.
Okay, hurry up.
Do you watch?
I'm sorry. All right.
Do you watch?
Sorry, Big Fatty.
Love Island?
He's quite the taskmaster, is Ig?
Oh yes.
But anyway,
you're his bitch.
I don't think I've got any news particularly.
Okay.
It's just that it's quite hot. Although
Yes, it's
I'm sure it's not hot by standards of where you live. But
it's
us
all
Brits,
relative.
we don't get hot weather very often, and when it comes,
when you're hot,
we all melt.
You're hot. You're
Yes.
like that witch. You just melt.
The toast isn't ready
The
yet,
toast?
Ick. I told you, another 30 seconds. It'll pop up when
Are you
it's ready.
smelling toast?
The kettle is boiled.
Oh, the kettle.
The kettle is boiled, Big Fatty.
Oh, thank goodness.
I always find it very strange.
Yes, me too.
When I hear that in the States, a lot of people don't have electric kettles. They have...
No.
They make tea in a kettle on a stove or stick it in the microwave or something.
Yes, I put a cup in the microwave.
I think every single house in the UK has an electric kettle where you just press it and it heats the water and bing.
But you also have those
how do you make tea? Do you make tea?
Yes, I just told you.
I just saw the toaster pop up.
Oh, the toast.
All right.
Are you having a
Yes,
stroke?
I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
Cold.
Put him some
No, it won't be
jam.
cold.
And make sure that the water is boiling. I don't want my tea cold either.
He's kind of
I'm
bitchy.
surprised you want tea in this weather.
Yes.
Don't question me.
Don't question him.
I won't. I'm coming. I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're coming?
Sorry, Big Fatty. I really must go.
You're his bitch.
Yes. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Poodle.
Yeah.
I'm just about to go make this gentleman's tea. And toast.
Oh, yes.
And
tea and
I'll
toast.
speak to you again soon.
Tea.
All right.
and
Bye-bye
toast.
for now.
And toast.
Hurry up, Paul. My toast is getting cold.
Okay. I'm doing it. Blimey. Dear,
Blimey.
oh dear.
Dear Gussie, y'all, that of course is the Shy Yeti. And Shy Yeti, thank you so much for the call. Always lovely to hear from you. It's been a while. And I'm sorry that you're having to be Ick's bitch. Big Fatty, but, somebody's got to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have
All right.
liftoff.
Yeah, say hi to Mum.
Yes, we'll do.
He says goodbye wherever he's gone.
Goodbye and good luck.
You too.
Bye. Au revoir. Bye, Dilly.
Yeah, he's sleeping under my duvet. Hopefully not pooing under it.
Not bullshit. Bye.
my God, there's nothing I like better is when another new episode of the Shy Life Podcast comes out.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Who's the guy that likes pies on the show? What's his name? He likes pies. Jesus, what's his name?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
I don't know. It's like he puts out 20,000 episodes a month.